Oh. Welcome back, my dear wizards, witches, muggles, and squibs. After the intricate dealings with the Ministry of Magic regarding the never-aired previous episode, because Quentin Pentagon, the charming wizard adventurer, is known for scrupulously respecting the rules. Well, here I am, dealing with the infinite letters from admirers. So, let's read some together. Lavinia writes, Dear Quentin, your eyes are as blue as the dew. How is it possible that you're still single? Well, dear Lavinia, there are mysteries in this world that not even the wisest can find an answer to. For example, who is the most powerful wizard that ever existed? Some would mention the good old Albus Dumbledore. Others, his dark twin. But while Gellert Grindelwald and he who must not be named are equally valid contenders, few would cite a wizard who shaped magical history with his long beard and unmistakable pointed hat. Can you think of anyone? While you ponder, let's have a look at this letter from Lady Rochelle, who seems to have sent a photograph of Merlin's beard.
Quentin, is everything fine?
Yes, everything is fine. Everything is very, very fine. Also known as Merton the Wilt, Merlin's origins trace back to the enigmatic medieval era, shrouded in the mists of time. Born into a world where magic intertwined with everyday life, his journey began amidst the hallowed halls of Hogwarts School of Witchcraft and Wizardry. Sorted into Slytherin House, Merlin walked the corridors of the ancient castle, possibly under the tutelage of the esteemed Salazar Slytherin himself, whose teachings would shape the young wizard's path. Throughout his tenure at Hogwarts, Merlin's brilliance shone brightly, and with his powerful wand, believed to have been made from English oak, he demonstrated an exceptional ability to cast spells of remarkable complexity, far beyond the capabilities of an ordinary student. He not only mastered magic, but innovated and refined it, leaving an indelible mark on the school's history. Some magical historians believe that he was among the few chosen ones capable of perceiving and interacting with the most powerful and mysterious of forces, ancient magic. Furthermore, legends whisper of puzzles and enigmas crafted by his hand, scattered beyond the castle's walls, each serving as a testament to his prodigious intellect and arcane prowess. Only students deemed worthy by the trials could access these tests, channeling their magic and determination through a mallow-sweet leaf, or so the legend goes. Intriguingly, Merlin delved into the mysteries of Hogwarts, uncovering the existence of the fabled Cursed Vaults, 5 hidden chambers shrouded in ancient magic. Through relentless study and tireless exploration, he unraveled the enigmas concealed within these vaults, gaining insight into their elusive purpose and the potent enchantments that protected their treasures. As his knowledge deepened, Merlin immortalized his wisdom in a portrait, imbuing it with his essence and wisdom. Hung within the hallowed halls of Hogwarts, this animated likeness stood as a guardian, offering counsel to future generations seeking to unlock the mysteries of the Cursed Vaults, though its guidance often proved elusive, cloaked in riddles and enigma. As Merlin's legend grew, he seamlessly entered the annals of Camelot, likely through a powerful time-altering spell or an early prototype of a time-turner. This remains one of the greatest mysteries in the history of the wizarding world. Upon arriving in Camelot, Merlin played a pivotal role in the illustrious court of King Uther, serving as a trusted advisor and confidant to the young Arthur, a Muggle-born. The wizard wielded his formidable magical abilities in service of the realm, guiding him through the trials and tribulations of his reign,
Merlin,
instructing him about the magical world, and sharing everything he had learned at Hogwarts. Merlin saw in the young boy a chosen one, a king who could finally bridge and unite the magical community with the much-maligned world of mudbloods. Among the knights of Arthur's legendary Round Table, Merlin found a steadfast companion in Sir Cadogan, forging a bond that transcended the boundaries of magic and chivalry. Their camaraderie granted Merlin a coveted position among the esteemed knights of the Round Table. where his sage counsel and mystical abilities earned him admiration and respect. Renowned for his mastery of charms and enchantments, Merlin earned the epithet Prince of Enchanters, reflecting his exceptional skill and ingenuity in the arcane arts. His enchantments wove through the fabric of Camelot, imbuing the realm with a sense of wonder and awe.
Ah, there you are, my beloved viewers. Fear not, I'll be quicker than a golden snitch. First of all, I want to thank you all for being here for this episode of the Spellbook Chronicles. And if you think Quentin Pentagron is charming enough to deserve your generous support, you might consider leaving a like. And I highly recommend subscribing to the channel and clicking the bell icon to make sure you don't miss a single episode. Oh, but if you are wizards and witches truly hungry for knowledge, you might consider joining the channel for just a couple of galleons. Every month, you will be guaranteed priority access to all new videos on the channel. Plus, you will be rewarded every month with new exclusive special content just for you. So, what are you waiting for?
Yet amidst the splendor of Camelot, darkness lurked in the form of Morgan Le Fay,
The great Merlin
Arthur's half-sister and a practitioner of the dark
finally
arts.
shows himself.
Merlin stood as a staunch opponent of her malevolent schemes, engaging in a timeless struggle against the forces of darkness that threatened to engulf the kingdom. The memory of this legendary confrontation is preserved in the defense against the Dark Arts Tower at Hogwarts, where a stained glass window vividly depicts the epic duel between Merlin and Morgan with remarkable detail and beauty. Driven by a vision of unity and harmony between wizardkind and muggles, Merlin founded the Order of Merlin, a bastion of advocacy for muggle rights and peaceful coexistence. Through his tireless efforts, he crafted laws prohibiting the use of magic against them and championed the cause of mutual understanding and cooperation. The paradox of Merlin's affiliation with Slytherin House, often associated with ambition and cunning, amidst his advocacy for Muggle rights, remains a subject of intrigue. Yet, his ambition transcended mere personal gain, encompassing a grander vision of societal change and progress. In the annals of history, Merlin's legacy endures as a symbol of the power of unity and the indomitable spirit of compassion and tolerance. Unfortunately, many details about his life and powers have been lost throughout history, such as information about the core of his wand or where it is kept, as well as the form of his Patronus, which many theorize to have been that of some kind of dragon species. Furthermore, the esteemed Wizengamot, the highest judicial authority within the Wizards' Council, established a prestigious tradition of awarding individuals who exemplify dedication and service to the wizarding community with the Merlin Medal, symbolizing the pinnacle of achievement and honor. Merlin's profound influence extended even into the vernacular of everyday wizarding speech, where his name became synonymous with expressions of surprise, awe, and incredulity. The popular exclamations, "Merlin's beard" and "Merlin's pants" reverberated throughout the magical world as funny reminders of the wizard's enduring presence in the collective consciousness of witches and wizards. While Merlin is generally remembered as a positive figure in the magical world, with his renowned membership in the Order of Merlin and his reputation as a great wizard, his character also has more complex shades. It is said that he was capable of using deceit and manipulation to achieve objectives he deemed superior, often at the expense of others. This moral ambiguity, a common trait among other great wizards who have shaped history, such as Albus Dumbledore, makes him a figure both fascinating and controversial. In essence, the enigmatic figure of Merlin, also prominent in British folklore and Muggle literature, embodies a synthesis of mystical wisdom. His multifaceted character continues to inspire generations, serving as a timeless symbol of mystery and magic.
Quentin? What are you doing?
Oh, sorry, I was just getting ready. Lady Rochelle kindly invited me to the ball tonight at the Three Broomsticks, but not before we conclude our episode. Because after hearing the story and theories about Merlin, I want to pose a reflection to you, my dear viewers. If many theorize that Merlin was the greatest of all wizards, perhaps the real question is, what makes a wizard great? His skill in dueling, his extraordinary spellcasting abilities, knowledge of ancient magic, or perhaps his unmatched charm. I leave the answer to you, my dear viewers. And above all, who do you believe is the most formidable wizard the magical world has ever known? Write it in the comments. So, Merlin's beard. Time flies. Here it's always your charming adventurer wizard, Quentin Pentagon, always ready to tell you new stories of magic and new mysteries to discover. Always here in the next episode of the Spellbook Chronicles. Lady Rochelle, I'm coming!